Ernest Armenta. Oh, here he comes. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Armenta.
Hey, look at this, huh? Not bad. I knew it. I knew that sooner or later you would become our mayor. Ernest Stephen Armenta, City of Santa Maria. How much, I'm not going to speak on item 6, but how much is my vote worth? I, as a citizen, do I have the same influence or same connections as those that give campaign donations? Do I have the same kind of influence or connections to my mayor and council members, to those who, associations who give endorsements? Ms. Patiño, how about, let's put it this way, if I was an employee, why don't I have the right to choose whether I want to be in an association or not? Shouldn't I have that individual right to say, you know what, I want to opt out. I don't want to be involved in an association. I don't approve or agree with their political philosophy. I don't like the idea that we have elected officials, non-association members using my brand for personal gain. I think it's time that we declare that a right to work city, employer, as an employer, not citywide in the private sector, but as an employer. Shouldn't we have provide that opportunity to those young ladies and men who get hired to say, you know what, you have the right to choose whether you want to be an association member or you can go on at-will employee with a performance-based budget pay. You know, I think that it's time for us to give an opportunity to each and every employee the right to choose. Next, I understand that it's all good times right now. Everybody's happy. You know, we got a new mayor and stuff, but we have business to take care of. We still have folks out there that are losing their homes. We still have folks that are losing their businesses. We still are a divided community. We still have parents and families out here that have no trust for the police department, no confidence in the police department. We still have those here in this city that feel we don't have no connection to you. Ms. Patiño, I do. I feel I can come to you with anything, but there are many people out there. So I'm looking at what direction are we going to go on growth. I think these are issues that you must bring immediately to us and tell us what way do we want to grow. Are we going to take over on the ag land to the east side for growth? Are we going to take over on the ag land to the west? I wish that more people would attend the city council. It's a full house now, but there are times where I come and there's only me and Mrs. Stewart here. Business goes on. Only me and Mrs. Stewart are here through all the meetings. So I asked this, my honorable mayor, that it's time for us to start encouraging, throwing the ball in the voters' court and saying, hey, this is your job. Come to the city councils and get involved. No action will be taken unless you come, Ms. Patiño. I hope that me and you have a good relationship. In this next meeting, and remember, it's only business, never personal. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Armenta. Sandra Williamson.
And I might add, Ms. Mayor, Brian Bullock of the Santa Maria Times is always here as well.
Hi, Mayor and City Council. I have spoke here maybe 2 other times, so you are familiar with the case and subject. And due to the holidays, I'm going to try to keep it down as much as nature as I possibly can. The reason I am here today is because of what I've been coming to you for dire help to keep our community, our women and children safe from a serial sex crime predator of women and children, whether they're sleeping or awake or are awoken too. There are 8 of us in restraining orders. And the reason I'm here tonight is because one of those officials that was in on letting this severe felony aggravated stalking go on for 5 years, 5 months, is now sitting behind the desk, Miss Terry Zuniga. She was head of the victim witness department. I called the police when I was beaten up 3 times by this predator. He, on his cross complaint, said some things. Cynthia Noman, the DA, Judge Bullard, has handled her in-house. I've been completely exonerated. They put the victim in jail, me, by failing to do discovery and find those other victims. I did, through the database, a year and 8 months later. It was just, I believe, a higher strength told me to go look this guy up, because I knew nothing of law. Since then, I've watched Nancy Grace twice a night. Since I did discovery, September 12, 2008. We're still, the stalking is still happening. But the reason I'm here today is because the DA and Terry Zuniga walked me into the victim witness office that originally gave me money for a drunk driver disabling me in 2004. And then they erroneously charged me with that cross complaint when I made the original police report, which stopped my $9.96 a month. They prorated it to $10.1707. Sentencing was the next day. They planned it. They stopped my money in advance the day before sentencing and prorated my $9.96 to $5.54. They knew that I'd also find out that my daughter was entitled to a total of $70,000 at payments of $9.96 a month, because she is a daughter of a disabled victim and she has absent completely father. Terry Zuniga also signed this form, having us sign the back page to get my daughter benefits August 11, 2009. Never heard nothing from her since. The predator, like I said, he was arrested for felony stalking. I just needed to let you know that I'm worried about my community. My family, like I said, has been here since 1872. She is known of... She gives me these forms after the felony stalking and the guy caught at my window. 2 separate occasions, they're blank, under victim and claim number. But when I get robbed, my little storage unit by a... And I even solved our own robbery to prove... I had to know if it was related to the stalker. It wasn't. It was just some random Mexican people. No offense. Sorry, gangster-like people.
Thank you, Mrs. Williams.
And we get a claim number and a name. They won't give us our benefits. But Santa Barbara's jumping in, and they're going to be giving us what she wrongfully took away. And I just had to tell, because if she couldn't stand up for that, she said, if I stand up for you, that's my job, I'll lose.
Thank you, Mrs. Williamson.
We need to maybe watch.
John Raymond? Hmm? Oh. Okay.
Good evening. Now, you might want to correct me here. This is my first time at a city council meeting.
Welcome.
In this town. I'm here to support, and I want to make sure I'm on the right part of the agenda for the mayor's seat, or not the mayor's seat, but the city council seat. Should I wait until that time to have input?
Yes.
Okay.
That's item 4.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mike Cordero?
Madam Mayor, thank you very much, and my congratulations to you and Terry and Bob on your election. 2 weeks ago, several people were here and spoke in favor of Etta Waterfield, and I have no quarrels with that, and I'm glad that people came forward and mentioned their support. However, I want to speak to some clarification on what Robert Dickerson said, most of which I agree with, quite frankly. He congratulated you, Mayor, and suggested that what we need is a council that will work cooperatively with you, and then put his support to Ms. Waterfield. I don't have an issue with that, really, and he did not say that I was not cooperative and would not cooperate with you. So I took it upon myself to go onto the Internet and on our own city website, and I just arbitrarily picked out about 15 meetings and ran the score on them, if you will. And without adding that what passed or didn't pass, I just want to clear the record that there is no indication of lack of cooperation. You and I voted 97% the same. Whether the issue passed or not, I didn't look for. I just wanted to clear up any misconception that anyone might have that there would be a lack of cooperation on my part. And I certainly don't want to cast any shadows on Mr. Dickerson's right, which I support fully, 100%, to support whoever he wishes to support. I just wanted to clear up any doubt, because some people asked me why I was not being cooperative or something, and then, of course, as you know, that's not the case. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cordero. Jerry Schmidt.
I think it's item number 4, I'm sorry.
Item number 4. Thank you. This concludes the public comment portion of the agenda. Moving